Are you an organ donor? Well, I am. It is indicated on my driver's license. You see the red heart? This indicates that I am an organ donor in the state of Maryland. More than 115,000 people are awaiting organ transplants in the United States. There have been many successful transplants here in the US. Like a Summerest resident suffering from congestive heart failure now leads a normal life after receiving a heart transplant. Another heartwarming case is an amateur violinist from Monmouth County. Her new inspiration due to a corneal transplant that restored her vision. A student at Kean College is able to continue her academic career thanks to a fellow student who made a living kidney donation. So organ donors are essentially seen as lifesavers. Let's discuss who is eligible. All individuals can donate. Anyone under the age of 18 must have parental consent. There is no age limit for donating organs. Newborn to senior citizens can donate. Even if you had previous medical conditions, you can be eligible for a transplant. Transplant professionals will determine who is eligible. Let's discuss some myths about organ donations. Many people hear untrue statements regarding organ donations. People have heard these myths over a decade, but I'm here to tell you that most of them are untrue. Have you ever heard this? If I agree to donate my organs, the hospital staff won't work as hard to save my life. Well, according to Mayo Clinic, when you go to the hospital for treatment, doctors focus on saving your life, not somebody else's. You'll be seen by doctors whose specialty most closely matches your particular emergency. People always say organ donations is against my religion. But the fact of the matter is that organ donation is consistent with the beliefs of most major religions. This includes Roman Catholic, Islam, most branches of Judaism, and most Protestant faiths. But if you are unsure or uncomfortable with your faith's position on donation, ask a member of your clergy. People also believe that an open casket funeral isn't an option for people who have donated organs or tissues. But what many don't know is organ and tissue donations doesn't interfere with having an open casket funeral. The donor's body is clothed for burial, so there are no visible signs of organ or tissue donation. For bone donation, a rod is inserted where bone is removed. With skin donation, a very thin layer of skin, similar to a sunburn peel, is taken from the donor's back. Because the donor is clothed and lying on his or her back in the casket, no one can see any difference. Another myth you might hear is rich and famous people go to the top of the list when they need a donor organ. But that is not true. The rich and famous aren't given priority when it comes to allocating organs. It may seem that way because the amount of publicity generated when celebrities receive a transplant, but they are treated no differently from anyone else. The reality is that celebrity and financial status are not considered in organ allocation. As organ transplants are on the rise, organ donors are needed. More than 115,000 people are awaiting organ transplant in the United States. Thousands more are in need of tissue and corneal transplant. There were 28,052 organ transplants done in 2011 in the United States. Each year, more than 1 million tissue transplants are done. So you want to donate your organs? I'm going to tell you how. You can register with your state donor registry, or you can go to your local motor vehicle administration and elect your choice on your driver's license. You should also tell your family members and friends about your decision, because your family may be asked to give permission for donation or be responsible for giving information to the transplant professionals. In conclusion, everyone should be an organ donor. You can save many children, women, and men lives, and you give them hope for the future. One day, you or your family member will be on that side, and you would need a transplant. You would want someone to give you life, so you should do the same.